reading all the crazy quote tweets, and everybody was just losing their minds when it came to that. Even big accounts just losing their mind, because I think they took the whole alternate universe a little too literally. Oh boy. As you can see, and I talked about this, of course, on the Vodka stream, but as you can see right here, look at the views. Look at the views on this tweet right here. 639,000 views. Whew. Yeah, that tweet blew up because I was like, okay, when it comes to the director's cuts, we've heard things, we've heard Zack talk about it and promote it and kind of just be like selling, I guess you could say, the director's cuts. And I know there's like a discourse out there because they were like, why did they do it like this? But at the same time, Zack was all kind of for it. He's been talking about it. He even talked about it tonight. It's like, hey, you have a version that you can watch with the family, and then you got a version that you cannot watch with the family. And this was how, you know, this wasn't like, this was paraphrasing, wasn't exactly the quote that Zack said, but I thought it was interesting, and that quote was the fact that it said, the director's cuts are the alternate universe of Rebel Moon. Even if the actor says the same line, we used a different take for a slightly different performance. What? So when I posted that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna post that with that image. And I was going, that might get some traction. Didn't think it was gonna get that much traction. Oh, it was a fun day on Friday when I was just reading all the crazy quote tweets, and everybody was just losing their minds when it came to that. Even big accounts just losing their mind, because I think they took the whole alternate universe a little too literally. Yes, because it's not like it's a multiverse thing. Thank you, Marvel. Poison the brains of all these people that when you hear alternate universe, you just think it's a multiverse kind of concept. But alternate universe, that's every director's cut. That's really it. It's not alternate universe as in he built in an alternate universe where there's going to be like multiverse kind of universes in Rebel Moon. He was just explaining it in that kind of way. So it was nothing different than what he's actually said before when it came to that. But the thing that he added was, yes, he did mention that, in fact, guess what? Instead of using the same take of the same line from this character, we're going to use an alternate take just to change it up a little bit more. And that has happened also many times. You fucking weirdos out there, I mean, come on. Just don't take it so literal. And the fact of the matter is like, how many times have you watched even like a director's, how many times, for instance, one of the things that I thought about when it came to alternate takes, one of the things that rang in my brain, and again, this goes back to, I mean, like I even told you guys when I was talking about the Beavis and Butthead things and the shirts. For some reason, I'm like one of those people that I just look at things and I go, wait, that's not right. Why is that the case? I don't just like look at it and go, oh yeah, that's 100% right. One of the things that I was really remembering, especially when I was seeing all the craziness that was happening with this tweet over the weekend, I was thinking about Dumb and Dumber. And if you guys remember, I mean, if anybody can remember the very first trailer, maybe you could find it online. But there were like, and even in the movie, okay, so specifically when it came to Dumb and Dumber, they like fucked with it before it went out on video. They did alternate takes that were in the theatrical to home video. There was alternate takes specifically when it came to Jim Carrey, Lloyd, running out onto the jetway and falling down. If you're actually to watch that first trailer, it actually shows the take that they use initially in the movie. And, you know, he goes like, I'm a limo driver. And then, of course, he falls off the jetway. When you see him, when they show the shot of him like on the ground, he's face down. And he's like, eh. But when you watch it now, he's face up because they realize, yeah, it doesn't make sense. If he flipped over, it doesn't make sense that he be face down. Again, this is my brain, and maybe it's some kind of Mandela effect kind of thing, but I just remember like there was an alternate take when he said, I'm a limo driver. He did it differently when I first saw it, because I saw it in the movie theater probably like twice or three times because I was obsessed with Jim Carrey when I was a kid. But when it came out on video, it's like, it's different. And they fucking changed it up. So technically, hey, alternate reality? Sure. People took that way too literally. And I think what they're trying to do, and one of the things that I was actually going to do a follow-up tweet, but I decided not to, but I'm going to say it right here. One of the things that Debbie expressed when it came to the director's cuts of Rebel Moon is when we finally get to see the director's cuts of Rebel Moon, it's like when the movie starts, when part 1 starts, it's not going to start the same way that the first one did. There's going to be something that's going to set up, and then it's going to lead into what we've kind of seen already, and it's going to set a different tone. It's going to set a different tone. She was expressing that during the Q&A as well when it came to all this. And that's why Zack kind of was like, yeah, it's kind of like the alternate universe of Rebel Moon. Set a different tone. Why not just use a different take? And I think, you know what? Again, time will tell. I keep on saying time will tell if this strategy is actually going to work for everything. Because Zack is that guy, but sadly, there's a lot of people out there that just go like, Zack can't make a good movie. I saw so many tweets for that tweet that kept on saying, why can't he just make a good movie first off? It's like, he tries. He tries. Have you not been paying attention? The motherfucker, he's tried to make a good movie right off the start, but the studio always goes, nope, you can't do that. Take that out, take that out, take that out. He's tried to make that, and it's always the better movie. We're still waiting for the actual cut of his for Sucker Punch. His director's cuts are always better, but the fucking studio always. So now we're doing the different thing where Netflix is like, no, we're going to do both. We're going to do this. Now, is it going to work overall? That's what we're going to find out.